from the heaviest possible thought to the one who does not recur. Nietzsche's demon arrives at your loneliest moment. This life as you now live it and have lived it, you will have to live once more and innumerable times more. And there will be nothing new in it, but every pain and every joy and every thought and sigh, everything unutterably small or great in your life will have to return to you, all in the same succession and sequence. Feel the weight of this. Not abstractly, specifically. This moment, this situation, this difficulty, this specific texture of the life you are living, returning infinitely, not once more, infinitely. The number of recurrences cannot be reached by counting. They have always been occurring. They are occurring now in other iterations in the infinite accordion of time. This is Nietzsche's test, not a cosmological claim, a psychological one. How does this weight land? If the thought crushes you, it reveals how much you are running from the present. If the thought transforms into something bearable, if you can say yes to it, you have found something in yourself that is not destroyed by infinite return. Nietzsche's point was not the cosmology. The eternal recurrence is not a theory about how time works. It is a test of how you stand in relation to your life. The person who can affirm infinite recurrence, not passively endure it, but actively will it, has achieved amor fati, the love of fate. The test is psychological surgery. It cuts away everything you are tolerating, waiting to be done with, enduring toward a better future. Because if every moment recurs infinitely, the strategy of tolerating this until something better arrives has no leverage. There is no until, there is only this, returning. The life you are tolerating toward a better future. You have been told it will recur infinitely. The better future is also recurring. So is the tolerating. So is the you who is tolerating. The tolerating, the waiting it out, the enduring toward better, infinitely. Feel that weight. Is the tolerance worth living infinitely? We have spent 50 episodes in the cage. The physical cage, matter, entropy, biology, the body dissolving. The psychological cage, anxiety, grief, shame, depression, the mind's architecture of suffering. The semantic cage, language, story, the concept trap, the word that is not the thing. The social cage, hierarchy, identity, culture, the persona assembled without consent. The temporal cage, memory that is false, future that is hallucination, waiting for a now that is always already here. Every cage, the same structure. The mechanism is real. The identification with the mechanism is the prison. Lift the identification, the mechanism continues and the prison is gone. The eternal recurrence is the full weight of all five placed simultaneously. The nostalgia machine, infinitely recurring. The anticipation trap, infinitely recurring. The grief algorithm, infinitely recurring. The shame spiral, infinitely recurring. All of it, infinitely. Would you still? Every mechanism, infinitely recurring. Would you still? The one who would be crushed by eternal recurrence, the self that wants the suffering to stop. The one who can say yes, something that is not suffering and not the end of suffering. Something that is prior to the entire question. Nietzsche's test works because it collapses the temporal escape routes. Every human coping strategy depends on the future as an exit. Endurance, this will end. Growth, I will be different. Meaning-making, this will have been worth it. Hope, better is coming. The eternal recurrence removes all of these. If it recurs infinitely, the end is not coming. The improvement loops back. The meaning was already the wait. The better is this, repeated forever. Every coping strategy that depends on the future is dismantled simultaneously. What remains when the future is removed as an exit? This. Only this. Exactly this. In one frame, the person, all 50 mechanisms, all the volumes, the anxiety and the grief and the shame and the rage and the depression and the identity bundle and the cultural trance and the gender architecture and the racial lens and the attachment patterns and the reputation management and the nostalgia and the dread and the urgency and the regret and the hope and the waiting. All of it infinitely recurring. In the other frame, the cremation ground, the 12 sisters eating all of it, eating the infinite recurrence itself, eating the very mechanism that would recur, eating the ash of the anxiety that recurs and the grief that recurs and the hope that recurs. Their work is never done because the fire is never done, and the fire is never done because the absolute is never done burning itself into experience. Both frames true simultaneously. The infinite recurrence and the infinite ash, the same process. Dattatreya in the Avadhuta Gita, I am not the body, not the mind, not the history. I am the Avadhuta, the shaken off one. The Nietzschean question asks, can you will the infinite recurrence of your life? The Advaita answer is different. Who is being asked? The person, the biological, psychological, social, temporal organism, cannot will infinite recurrence. It is too much. The suffering is too real. The person wants out, wants the end, wants the resolution. But the awareness that is present for the person's wanting is not the person. The awareness that has been present for all 50 episodes, receiving the dissolution, the shame, the grief, the waiting, the language failure, the hierarchy, that awareness has not been suffering in the way the person has been suffering. It has been receiving completely, without avoidance, without the need for it to stop. The eternal recurrence returns everything to this awareness, including you reading this in exactly this moment. Infinitely. The person would rather not. The person would rather not. The awareness has no preference. It receives the recurrence without being the recurrence. It is. That is enough. The awareness does not recur. It is. That which is does not need to return. It has never left. The demon brings the heaviest possible thought. The awareness in which the thought arrives is not burdened, has never been burdened, is, right now, exactly what it has always been. The test is complete. The answer was always here.